The GM 10-speed, the 10L1000. This is the most advanced transmission that GM has ever put behind a Duramax. Went from 6 speeds all the way to 10 speeds with a lot of new technology going into this transmission, and it didn't quite work out the way that everybody hoped. While when it works good, it is one of the best transmissions behind any truck that you could have. It tows great, you're always in the right gear, and it keeps everything well controlled in all the temperatures where they're supposed to be. Now that doesn't come without its own issues. There's valve body issues, there's been recalls, there's not really a certain fix for it yet. Everybody is coming out with some different things saying, hey, the clutch hub drum, this trash can, that's the issue. We've got issues with the valve bodies. We've got issues with the valves inside of the valve bodies. There's not enough pump pressure. There's got to change your fluid earlier. There are a bunch of different issues that plague this platform. So what we're going to do today is we're going to dive in to the problems that do plague the 10-speed transmission. Let's start with the feed limit low valve. This valve controls the pressure to the A and B clutch circuits. The problem? This valve sees constant side load, which leads to wear. This is an aluminum valve body, so you have those valves going back and forth. They cause wear, and that inevitably equals leak down. You don't want anything within this valve body leaking. So what does that actually mean for driving dynamics? This pressure loss is going to lead to harsh downshifts, momentary wheel lockup at high speed, and it can even trigger a P0747 code. Now this is the actual GM recall, so this is a clear issue that even GM has noticed. The fix for this is going to be the upgraded feed limit low valve that is already installed in this SunCoast valve body. It's a patented drop-in valve that replaces the balance circuit internally to reduce the side load and uses a hard-coated anodized valve that's going to reduce the wear that actually happens on the valve itself. It also has an O-ringed end plug that is going to be able to decrease any leak down past that end. The result is going to be restored pressure, smoother shifts, and no more recall-related limp mode. Now let's talk about converter lockup. That's one of the biggest pain points for this 10L1000 transmission. So when you actually compare this one to the older 17 to 19 generation, you got a much more positive torque converter engagement out of those older trucks. So with the newer ones, it just felt kind of lazy, and we really don't want a lazy torque converter, because the more work that happens to the transmission fluid, the hotter it's going to get. And what controls a torque converter? That's going to be your TCC regulator and boost valve. This is going to control how it locks and how it releases. When those bores wear out, fluid bypasses it, causing a weak or delayed lockup, converter shutter, and poor cooler flow. You guys are probably going to notice a common theme here. You don't want fluid bypassing any valves. So with this SunCoast upgrade, it's going to have increased pressure to have a more positive converter engagement, have it happen faster. You're going to have less work being done to the fluid. It's going to heat the transmission up less, and it's just going to be a better overall solution. It's going to take care of those common problems that you're seeing with the converter on the 10L1000 transmission. Now that we've addressed all the issues with the valve body and you're using your truck as a daily commuter, just kind of light use with your truck, you're probably not going to have any issues. But are you putting more power down? Are you towing heavy? Are you really pushing your Duramax to the limit? Because if you are, there are other issues that also plague this transmission. Can you believe that the lube circuit is only set at 6 PSI from the factory? That is just not enough. So what SunCoast does is they actually address that lube circuit. That circuit is responsible for lubricating the planets, clutches, and bushings. All extremely important things that you need to have clean transmission fluid pumped in there at the proper pressure. So what SunCoast does is they upgrade that by 250%. Takes it from 6 PSI to 20 PSI. So each of these components lead to many issues with that 10L1000 transmission. This SunCoast kit combines all of them to give you a more bulletproof transmission. If you're pushing your truck beyond the normal limits, if you're changing the internals, if you're doing compound turbos and pushing that 1,000 horsepower mark, yes, you are going to need to also upgrade the clutches. But for 90% of the people out there, this kit is going to help out and improve your shift feel, improve the reliability of your transmission. So if you don't want to be stuck in limp mode, go ahead and upgrade to the SunCoast valve body upgrade and pump upgrade with enhanced oil flow.